Hola, you know what time it is. Your favorite show where music, culture, and sports meet. Aladdin and Deja Perez here with you. It is time to run that back. Run it. Yes, sir. This is Run That Back with Aladdin and Deja Perez, where music, culture, and sports meet. And something big is happening this weekend. Let them know, Deja.
There is a fight to end all fights. It is happening on Saturday in the ATL, and Tank is somebody you are going to want to watch. I promise you. And speaking of that fight, we are honored, super honored, to have none other than Leonard Ellerbe join us to talk about this upcoming fight.
Hey, thank you guys for having a huge pay-per-view fight this weekend. None other than Baltimore's own Gervonta Tank Davis, who's actually the most exciting fighter in the entire world. He'll be taking on Mario Barrios. He's a Mexican warrior. Both guys are young, undefeated, and again, it's a huge pay-per-view fight. Tank is moving up 2 weight classes to challenge Barrios to 140-pound WBA title. Again, so we got to tune in and be able to support DMV's own Tank Davis. We know when Tank fights, we know it's all action, and he gives the fans exactly what they want to see, and that's nothing but knockouts.
And that's on period. And, I have a question because Tank is notorious a powerhouse, right? He is straight power. And now that he's moved up, I thought it was just 1 weight class. I didn't realize it was 2. How are you guys able to get him to focus in and harness that power and not lose his technical ability while doing so? Because I feel like as he's put on weight, he's gotten even more powerful. And that's got to be kind of a hard thing to manage.
Yeah, well, actually for him, well, he's been blessed with so much God-gifted talent. Actually Tank is a tremendous boxer, but the fans haven't been able to see him use his boxing skills because
the technical piece of it.
Yeah, because he has just such tremendous power. But in this fight, I think that Barrios is going to be able to bring out the best in Tank. We're going to be able to see some things that we hadn't seen in Tank before. But one thing I like about this fight is a very dangerous fight for Tank. Because Barrios is a much bigger guy. He's actually 6 inches taller than Tank.
So his reach is longer.
Yeah, and he has a much longer reach. And again, he's a Mexican warrior, and he has tremendous power too. So again, it's a dangerous fight for Tank, but that's what it is. That's what it's about. Tank looks for these big challenges, and again, what I love about Tank, he gives the fans exactly what they want to see. That's why everyone loves to see him when he fights, because again, he's the most exciting fighter in the entire sport, hands down.
Wow. So with him moving up 2 weight classes, I heard Barrios say that he's just as dangerous as Tank, and he feels that he is biting off more than he can chew. Do you think that's true?
Well, again, one thing's for sure. We're going to find out on Saturday night. That's
period.
Sure. When these 2 guys step up in the ring, we're back down here in Atlanta. Again, we were down here 2 years ago. It was a packed, sold-out event. It was a who's who crowd. Everybody was on that red carpet. Black Hollywood. It's going to be even bigger this time because what you got Tank Davis on Saturday night, and you got the Atlanta Hawks on Sunday night. They advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's right.
They win last night. And again, the city is just buzzing. Everybody, I know so many people coming down from D.C., who are already in town, because this is one of those fights that you cannot miss. And Tank is must-see TV anyway. So, again, I'm just so excited because we have a huge pay-per-view event this Saturday night.
And this is now Tank's 2nd fight with an actual audience, right? Since post-COVID?
Yes, we had the fight. His last fight was against Leo Santa Cruz, a 4-division champion, which Tank had the knockout of the year that went viral.
Hey. Uh-oh. Did we lose Leonard?
To keep that, he'll be looking to keep that momentum going this Saturday night. And again, we also have a tremendous undercard. So in the co-main event, we have Erickson Rubin. He's taking on Jason Rosario. and that's a main event within itself,
Mm.
even if it wasn't on this card. So again, from top to bottom, this is a great card. This is the fans will definitely get their money's worth by watching this exciting card this Saturday night on Showtime pay-per-view. You can order right now. Do not wait. Because again, what happens is that everybody tries to order it one time.
Is there such a thing as sold out
It
on
just happened
pay-per-view?
a few weeks ago with Floyd's fight
Yeah.
And it crashed.
against Logan Paul. Again, so we want the fans to order right now. Go to Showtime pay-per-view and order right now, or your local cable provider, and you can get it right now. Do not wait.
We don't want any shenanigans. We want you to be able to see this fight.
Absolutely. Now let me ask you, because we know you guys are notorious for doing fights in Vegas, and now I see you guys are moving around. You're in Miami. This fight is taking place in Atlanta. Is there a reason, economically or just strategically, why you guys are kind of moving around and moving just outside of Vegas?
Well, in Tank's case, that's a great question. In Tank's case, we've been to the UK, in England. He sold out there. We've been to Brooklyn at Barclays. He sold out there. We've been to LA at Dignity Health Center. He sold out there.
Wow.
We've been down here in Atlanta 2 years ago. He sold out there. So what Tank is doing, he's able to move around in these different markets because, again, he is the most exciting fighter in the entire world. So people pay because, they just love this young man, again, because, again, I can't say it enough. He gives you exactly what you want to see. You're on the edge of your seats. Anytime you can't get up and go get a drink or go get no food, because just like Mike Tyson was back in the day, the fight will be over.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes.
So what is it about fighters that have that thing? Like, you said Mike Tyson, Floyd, Tank. When you're looking for members to become part of the money team, what is it you're looking for? And how do you say, oh yeah, they have that thing?
Well, in Tank's case, what he brings to the table, he has that combination of speed and power. And again, he's 24-0 with 23 knockouts, and his style is totally different from, I've been working with Floyd for 25 years. Floyd is obviously an all-time great, TBE, but he was more of a technical fighter. Again, a guy who could do it all. In Tank's case, he's the same way, and I'm not comparing the two, but what Tank does is, again, he got that one-hitter quitter. He got that one-hitter quitter that puts these guys to sleep.
Night-night.
Night-night. So again, and that's what the fans, especially this new generation of these young fans, they really gravitated to him because, again, he's, he really, you see him one day, he might be with Drake, he might be with Migos, so he's very relatable to this younger generation when it comes to the hip hop community. He's got all the guys on Wall Street following him now. The middle-aged white women are following him now.
Really?
Again, his stardom is really taking off. And again, our goal was always to make him the biggest star in the entire sport, and we well on our way.
Nice. Well, Leonard, talking about the business of boxing, kind of how did you get started in realizing like to be successful in this space?
Well, again, I was blessed, to be able to work with the best ever in Floyd Mayweather. It was
was that the first fighter you worked with?
No, we actually have like 32 fighters, but obviously it gets no bigger than Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he's broken all the records in the history of the sport. I took him from being a young fighter coming on the scene to turn him into a billionaire. Again, so it's just truly a blessing. It's been a long, long road. I've sacrificed the middle part of my entire life, but again, it's all great. It's all great. Wow. And again, we want to potentially, take Tank to heights that fighters have never seen, and we feel that we have the best team in boxing. And as long as Tank continues to do his part, we're going to do our part, and he's going to be the biggest star in the entire sport. And that's why we want the fans and the entire DMV to continue to support him, because he's DMV's own.
Nice.
And, sidebar, because you and I are actually connected. I claim him as my nephew, but Jaleel Major Hackett was blessed to be on Floyd's, exhibition card. And he had his own little knockout first round as well. And I'm so proud of him. And I'm just so thankful that this is all coming to fruition for him as well.
Oh my God, I can't say enough. I'm so proud of that young man. Again, he was I've known Jaleel for quite some time, but I was introduced to him from DC's own Derek Curry. That's my main man.
Ooh, okay.
And he's managing him.
Yep.
And we're looking to do some major things with Jaleel. He's an exciting young talent. He's got a great head on his shoulders.
Yes.
His dad and his mom. He comes from a two-family home, and with both his parents active in his life, and he actually graduated high school really early. Just and it's really good to see him as a young man setting a positive example for this younger generation, showing that you can accomplish anything that you want to. And again, we're looking to do major things with him. He just had his first pro debut on Floyd's undercard on the exhibition, and we've got big plans for him in the future.
Yes.
We can't wait to see it. And then, speaking of the exhibition, I know there's been talks about, is the exhibition side bad for the actual sport of boxing? I want to get your take on that.
No, actually what it is that you just in life, when you're successful, you're going to have haters, it just comes with the territory, so the naysayers and the haters, they've been very critical about, these exhibitions, but it only started just because Floyd did it. When Muhammad Ali and others have done it in the past, it was okay. But because Floyd Mayweather has found a way to continue to stay relevant and continue to
and be lucrative in it too. My God.
Just an example, guys. So the pay-per-view fight over the weekend, a couple weeks ago, it did over 1 million buys. Okay.
Crazy.
That was the biggest fight in the last 4 years, and the only fight that did more than that was the Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight. So in the last 4 years, you have a retired fighter in Floyd Mayweather, who's been bigger than any and everything in the sport for the last 4 years.
Right.
And by the way, the last time we had a big event like that, it was Floyd and Conor McGregor.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Floyd's really 53-0. Because he went overseas and did the young boy in.
Although retired, he's still the biggest name and the face of the sport.
And the biggest draw.
Yeah.
Exactly. The biggest draw in the sport. Yes,
so what would you say for the critics that say, because I said my philosophy is you can't play boxing. It's certain things you can't play. You can't fake funny and you can't play boxing. So for those that are like, now they're looking at this, it's like, okay, YouTuber got in the ring with the greatest to ever do it. Now you have people that aren't really of the sport trying to get in and thinking that they can fight and make money. Do you think that will be a problem in the future?
Well, I don't think it's a problem. People they have to find their own niche. And one thing I do admire about the Paul brothers, they're very hard workers, and they found their way. They found a way to market themselves, outside of boxing. And that's what it comes down to. You got to get out there and figure it out. It's all about hard work and dedication. And staying at it. So they figured it out. But you said it perfectly. You can't play boxing. You can't play boxing, and that's why I give both of those guys credit, because they're actually very hard workers, and they put in their time, and that's what it takes to be successful in this sport. You got to put in that work.
You cannot duck that.
And, speaking of the work that you put in, what I don't think people realize is boxing, as much as it is a very physical sport, it's also very much a mental sport as well.
And that's so true. I mean, when it comes to the mental, that's actually, the mental is better than the physical, because again, mentally you have to be prepared. And speaking of that, that's why I'm glad that Tank made a major decision, and that's why I applaud him for he moved to Las Vegas.
Mhm.
He's moved to Las Vegas, his training camps, the last 2 training camps. And what
Yep.
that has allowed him to do is remove himself from all the distractions that are around, from a young guy becoming a multi-millionaire and still hanging out in these environments where sometimes you can get yourself
Caught up.
Yeah.
and so what he's removed himself from all of that and has allowed himself to focus and solely focus on the mental part of getting ready for these big events, and especially with becoming a young pay-per-view star. You have to mentally, you have to be locked in, because at any moment, just like this Saturday, it could all end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It could all end.
Yes, they allowed the people in
Actually,
that.
at the beginning,
all
because
these major plans me and Floyd and Al have for Tank, this all could blow up in smoke this Saturday night. That's why
right.
this is a very dangerous fight, and he's taking it very, very seriously. And that's just what it's all about, giving the fans exactly what they want to see.
And was there a strategic reason why he jumped 2 weight classes versus going up just 1?
Actually, it is, because again, nobody's done that.
Oh,
Nobody's done that.
so easy.
And,
Okay.
yeah, so this is a legacy move on his part.
Woo.
And to be actually honest, totally honest with you guys, this fight wasn't something that I raised my hand and said I want him to do.
Shucks.
No, that's what that's why I respect, because this isn't a fight I would say, okay, especially as this promoter who's guiding his career, and we don't baby him with anything. Some of the fans, the haters will say that, but no, it's all we're gonna put our youngster in the biggest fights possible for the most amount of money, and that's just being smart. We're confident Tank can beat any and every fighter out there, but he can't fight everybody in the same night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this is about taking risks, and that's exactly what he's doing in this fight. Moving up 2 weight classes, taking on a young, undefeated fighter who's very dangerous himself.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that's what these events are about. That's why we want all the fans to tune in this Saturday night on Showtime pay-per-view.
Real quick, is the training different when he is jumping up 2 weight classes, but in addition to that, because we know that the reach is longer on his opponent, does that change how he is preparing for this match?
Actually, it does, because he's got to figure it out on how he can close the gap and get in there and use his strengths to be able to offset anything Barrios is doing. And Barrios has a tremendous trainer in Virgil Hunter, who was Andre Ward's trainer. And again, so we know that he's going to be prepared, and we know that he's a Mexican warrior. He's from San Antonio. He's got tons and tons of fans that are coming from San Antonio to the ATL to support him. And we want DMV to continue to support Baltimore's own Tank Davis as he continues his journey to become the biggest star in the entire sport.
Leonard, I just want to say thank you on behalf of everybody from the DMV. I know it was Tank's decision to move out to Las Vegas, but we want to say thank you because we want to see him succeed, and we want him to be away from the distractions.
Right. And again, I thank you guys again for all your support. We really, really appreciate everything that you guys are doing for the community. Y'all doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We look forward to this exciting fight. Saturday is going down. The money team is in the building.
That's it.
Leonard, thank you so much.
Okay.
Success. Continue being an amazing businessman. Continue just shining that light for our community. And we just want to thank you for everything that you and Floyd are doing, just for the boxing community, for the Black community. We're giving you your flowers because as a man behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, and make these things happen, the doors you have to go through to make these fights happen and the conversations and the pieces you got to put together. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys.
No problem.
Okay.
All right.
See you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, it goes down Saturday. All right, Deja, you heard Leonard. This is a dangerous fight for Tank. What are you thinking?
Here's my thing, right? I feel like, and Tank is good. I think people like to underestimate him. And I think that he is quite competent and capable of rising to the challenge. The fact that I didn't realize that it was 2 weight classes.
I didn't either.
I thought it was just one. And I think when he's put to the test, I think that he will overcome any obstacles. He will show that he is not just ready, but like prepared. And okay, the other guy might be a warrior, a Mexican warrior, but Tank is a Baltimore warrior. Please be clear. These mean Baltimore streets got Tank ready for this. Please believe.
Yeah. Hey, look, I think he has a lot to prove.
Absolutely.
This made me want to watch the fight even more. I mean, 2 weight classes, like he said.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I've never heard of nothing like this. I am a huge boxing fan. I know you are. And
you already know. And the thing is, if he does it successfully, which I know he will, putting that in the universe, he is setting the standard. He is moving the bar forward so much. And I'm so here for it. And I'm confident Tank knows what he's got on his shoulders. And that man packs a wallop of a punch.
Yes, he does.
So but now you put him 2 weight classes heavier. So there's more force behind that, baby.
Yeah, I'm really, really, really looking forward to this fight Saturday night. Make sure you're in front of your TVs, and we're gonna break it all down, what we saw, how it went down.
Yes.
All you got to do is continue to support us and our guy Tank, man, because it's gonna be amazing.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'd be low-key okay with a little night Mexican warrior. Just saying.
We're gonna go night. Hey, listen, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. Win, lose, or draw. I'm waving the flag for Tank, and I know you are too.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it should be amazing. I'm really, really excited. I want to thank Leonard Ellerbe for stopping by. And hey, you know what? It's crazy. That's our first guest on Run That Back. We starting off heavy. Hey, I love it. Well, y'all already know. Until next time, run it.